Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, if you have not seen the news, Cleveland Browns have been restructuring a lot of contracts here over the past couple weeks. Myles Garrett, David Njoku, quite a few players to name. And what I thought I'd do for today's video is discuss the Browns' future, not just this upcoming year, but what they could do this year, and then so on throughout the next few years with how they're kind of maneuvering and changing their money around with the cap space. If you don't understand the whole way of how cap space works, I'll go on to explain it as well. We're going to get fully in depth with everything, so if you go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you drop a like. And without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with the first contract restructure that we had David Njoku cleared about $2.7 million in the cap space. Myles Garrett then followed behind, clearing about $12.868 million in the cap space. Don't know why it was so specific. Overall, right now, they're currently sitting at about $37 million in cap space. For those who do not know, there is actually a website. It's called OVERTHECAP.com. I'll put the link down in the description, but it's basically this cool website. I'll even put up a picture, kind of how it looks. It's really cool. It kind of showcases every single team in the NFL's cap space, how much money they have in cap space, how much they're spending, their dead money. You click on each team and you can go through and kind of see what each player's is, their contract, how their contract kind of set up, some of their bonuses. So like if you're a person that doesn't understand the cap that well, I'm telling you, it's going to be in the down description. It's going to be the first link down there. Click that. It'll take you directly there. And if your favorite team isn't the Cleveland Browns, you don't got to click on Cleveland. You can click on your favorite team and go through and look at all that kind of stuff as well. Now let's kind of break it down. What exactly do I think the Browns can do? There's maybe like 2 or 3 possibilities they can do. First one, just roll the cap over, because obviously right now they're sitting at like 34, 37, 38 million dollars. I had to check it. 38 million dollars is what they're sitting at. 38.85 million dollars. Taking a look at next year's cap space, they're currently 31 million dollars over the cap space, meaning they are a little bit over the debt, in debt, my English. So they're gonna probably want to roll that over, make it to where they're only like, they have about $7 million remaining, and then obviously next offseason, if they want to restructure contracts again or cut some people, tweak some things so they actually get a little more money for the free agency bidding war, they can do that. That seems like the most logical POV of what the Browns probably should do and what a lot of other teams are going to be doing for all the teams that are in the dead money next year. Now let's move on to option 2. Could the Browns be looking at this and saying, hey, we got a shot to go out and maneuver some other contracts and we can probably spend a little bit of this money? What kind of contracts would they want to be signing? First one that comes to mind, with the whole debacle of the running backs right now going on, get Nick Chubb signed again for another 3-4 years. I know people are going to say, well, he's already like 27, 28 years old. There's no point in signing him to another contract, because his contract right now, he's on for this year and then I believe next year. So he'll be going into about 29, 30 years old whenever the contract is up. Do we then give him another contract? By the time running back gets to about 30 years old, that's like where those legs are starting to kind of just wear out, and that horse can't run anymore. I almost want to look at this and say, the dude has arguably been like one of the best running backs in the league since he's gotten to the league. And I think he's got the chance to, he should be getting paid top dog money more than these other guys, more than the Josh Jacobs. I'm sorry, but more than the Saquon Barkleys and more than the Derrick Henrys. Now, when it comes to what he's going to get when the contract does come back around, or the negotiations come back around after this season, will he get that top dog money? I think he can. And I think it's almost sad that like we're looking at running backs and saying, oh yeah, I don't want to give him no 13, 14 million dollars a year, even 15 million a year, when y'all are out here giving quarterbacks 50 plus million and receivers and defensive ends 30 plus million. I think you can spend about $13 million. That shouldn't be a problem, especially when running backs, specifically the running game, is probably the most important part of an offense. Now let's go to option 3. This is a stupid thing to look at. I don't think they will do this, but Aaron Donald? I know, stupid. But I've seen a lot of people on IG and Twitter, X, that people were saying Aaron Donald might not be happy in LA. Maybe Cleveland's making some cap space. They're realizing, hey, this team is set up to win. Let's play half the season. If the Browns are like 6-2, looking pretty damn good, and the Rams are not looking good, AAB, pick up that phone. Yo, Sean McVay, do you want Aaron Donald anymore? Nah, man, what are you willing to give me? I'll give you a 2nd round pick and next year's 3rd and another 2nd. Obviously, Sean McVay is probably not going to say yes to that, or whoever the general manager is going to say yes to that. But you get what I'm saying. If we could trade for Aaron Donald, that'd be pretty damn sweet. Now, the reason why I don't think it's probably going to happen is because he is looking at a $26 million cap hit this year and a $34 million cap hit next year, and then $29 million the year after that. There was rumors after the Super Bowl, after they won the Super Bowl, that he was going to retire, and then he didn't, and that's whenever he came back and signed that big contract. So I'm looking at this year, and I'm saying, if the Rams were not to play good, could Aaron Donald come to the Browns? No. I just don't see it happening. I don't see that trade ever going through. If the Rams were to call the Browns, I'm pretty sure AB would be picking up that phone. He'd being like, okay, yes, let's talk. But I don't think AB is going to be the type of guy that actually just willingly go call LA for Aaron Donald. Nobody's that crazy, I don't think. Now, if it's not for Aaron Donald, who else could the Browns be going for? Let's look around our team. What do we need? We don't need a quarterback. We don't need a running back. Our receivers are pretty good. Offensive line's pretty good. Tight end's pretty good. So that takes care of the offense. Let's look at the defense. Secondary's pretty good. Linebackers, they're okay. They're pretty good. I don't think we really need to add anything. That defensive line, though. Myles Garrett's good. Zadarius Smith's good. Shelby Harris is going to be good. Dalvin Tomlinson is there. Like I said with Aaron Donald, that would be a huge plus. But hey, who's another defensive tackle out there that's not exactly that happy with the team they're with? That's right. Chris Jones. What are the chances, and yes, this is me living in imaginary land, that the Browns could call Chris Jones up and say, we're going to give you a $30 million contract for 1 year. Come here to the Browns. Let's go get a Super Bowl this year. Just 1 year. We only need you for 1 year. We'll give you your money that you want for the 1 year, and you get us a Super Bowl. Deal? What, am I not allowed to live in imaginary land? But after those three pretty much choices, obviously, let me know down in the comment section down below what you think. Do you think it's going to be moving the cap over to next year? Do you think they're going to go after a player like Chris Jones or Aaron Donald? Like I said, I can imagine. Or do you think they're going to go after just trying to get the contract set up with Nick Chubb, extend him, or maybe even another player that maybe their contract's coming to an end that they want to actually sign, keep around for longer? Just trying to work on some contracts, get the players extended and stuff. But other than that, that's all I got to discuss for today's video. If you want to enjoy today's video, like I said in the beginning, drop a like. It's always much appreciated if you do so. Like I said earlier, if you wanted to enjoy and there was anything you want to talk about, discuss, like I said earlier, let me know down in the comment section. Leave a comment. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're just going to roll the cap over? Do you think they're going to extend some contract? Do you think they're going to sign some people midway through the season? I'd be happy to hear what your opinions are. If you're enjoying the content that I do post here and you want to stay up to date with all the kind of videos that I am posting here on the channel, whether it be anything from Cleveland sports, NFL news, MLB, NBA news, anything specific when it comes to sports you want to see here, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It costs nothing. It's somewhere right there. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.